Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy, the Strongest Wizard, and tonight is indeed Fight Night. And we got my boy Yeah on the right hand side, of course, rocking at that croc. And we got myself on the left with a bit of a blast from the past here with that kid. I'm gonna go ahead and start us off with the Bonnie searching top 5 for a Luffy. And honestly, this is probably the best turn 1 play I have. Bonnie just becomes a pseudo blocker, plus I get to draw a card. Pretty nuts. And now we see the Dofi here coming down from the croc, rearranging the top 5. Obviously that is something you want to see on your turn, turn 2 of course. And passing turn here, now in my my second turn, I'm gonna go swing 7k into life. He takes it and do another Bonnie, grabbing myself a Capone. But quick shout out to today's sponsor, which is DXN Outpost, DXN Provisions, the only place where I get all my sold products. So if you're interested in any OP05 as well as OP06 pre-orders, check the link down below. So we see a 7k swing into life. I'm going to take it, hits upon Gibson. I'm going to rest the Dofi, and then he's going to put the Zeph and put it back to my hand, which is that Bonnie, of course. And the reason why I did activate that is because I didn't want him to swing Dofi into Bonnie. I thought if I can get another card, you know, awesome. So we see the 5k swing. He's going to counter out of it. I'm going to throw the Frankie as well as the Bonnie. Threw down the Bonnie because if I have a chance down the line to use her ability once again, super good. If not, no worries. Frankie being a 5/7 vanilla, very good in every matchup. But obviously with 3000 worlds, your boy goes bye-bye. So we see a 6k swing going into life. I'm going to go ahead and take it. We see another 6k going into life. I'm going to take it as well. And then he's going to pass with 2 active Dawn. And guys, with 2 active Dawn with blue, you know what's going on. That means I'm going to use Bonnie ability first here. Checking top 5 for a supernova, grabbing that Apu and then swinging 5k into life. He's going to use that Twister to bottom deck the Bonnie. We knew that was coming, right? Only reason why they have 2 up. And now we play the Luffy here to throw down the Zoro, of course. And now here we see a 5k swing. No, we are just restanding. We're gonna see the Red Rock to bottom deck Luffy and then swing 6k into life. I know that I can't take both, I just have to take one, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the lead. Doesn't really matter which one, honestly. I was gonna ditch the Apu anyways. And we see the Dofi coming down, rearranging the top 5, and I did mention I am gonna throw down the Apu because I want to keep all of my vanillas in my hand, because I do want to play them, of course. I can't really play the Apu, right? So I mean, I could if I wanted to, but that's just not the play. So now here we have myself and my 10 Dawn, and it looks like I want to swing 6k into that Zeph. I want to kind of cool down the pressure just a little bit. He only has like 2 cards in his hand, so we see a 5k swing going to life. He takes it because he needs the cards, and tapping another 7 for a Luffy ability to drop another Zoro, tapping 1 for the beige. And I know what you're thinking, the beige is there for life. No, the beige is actually there for the Zoro. I need to keep that Zoro alive in case he wants to swing into the Zoro, and I don't want to block with Luffy. I don't want to waste any counter. I'm just gonna chuck the beige. But no, we see the Kaido coming down to bounce the Luffy as well as the beige, and using leader ability to bounce the Zoro as well, bouncing my whole board here. We see a 5k swing going to life. I'm gonna counter with that Zoro that I did just end up picking up, and I actually don't mind this coming from Yaya here, because I get to bounce it. I get to throw down my characters as well as get the value. So we see a 5k swing going into life, and he is going to take it going down to 1 life here. And now we see again the Luffy coming down to throw down another Zoro. I was debating to throw down the Nami, but I decided not to, and then tapping 1 for that beige. And now we have Yaya here, of course, deciding what he wants to do, and he is at 8 Dawn. And the reason why he's at so low is because he did use that leader ability the previous turn to bounce that Zoro. So now here we have him deciding what he wants to do. Does he want to go for that Zoro? Does he not? And yes, we are going to see a 12k swing going into Zoro. Yeah, understanding that that's just a little too much pressure. I need to kill some of this pressure off, so I'm gonna go ahead and block with that beige like I did mention before here. And now deciding what does he want to swing at. Does he want to continue to poke at the Zoro or that Luffy? And he's going to swing 6k into that Zoro. I'm going to block it. And we see the double blockers coming down. Yeah, I mean, this man has 4 blockers now. A whole ton of blockers. And of course, what's really nice about that Kuma is that he's able to put a vanilla down or a blocker. And then, of course, Miss Sunday grabbing him that red rock that you see already eyeing. And that, I mean, that's fine. I don't mind him doing that. I get to just he gets to waste his Dawn so that he doesn't attack with a higher swing. You know what I'm saying? So I actually really don't mind that. I have too much pressure on the board right now. I've gone really wide. So let's see here how much damage I can do this turn. I'm going phase. There's absolutely no way I go for Kaido. And yeah, let's see how I approach this turn exactly. Obviously, I'm going to swing 6k into life, starting us off here. And does he want to drop the 2k, block it, or take the life? And it looks like he wants the 2k counter. And yes, we see the Kaya coming down, another 6k attack. And we're going to block with the Miss Sunday, probably getting that red rock back to hand. And yeah, I mean, I guess his other option is the 3000 worlds. And yes, he's going to grab the red rock. We're going to see an 8k swing going into life here. Is that 2 cards or a block? And yes, we see a block here. And then leader ability swinging another 8k into life. And he's actually going to block with that Kuma to throw down the 4/6 vanilla pacifista. And I'm going to go ahead and tap 1 for that beige, leaving 3 active Dawn. And guys, like I mentioned before, what's nice about that beige, I can either save a Zoro or save myself from not dying. Really depends here how exactly Yaya is going to decide how to approach this matchup, this turn here. And the reason why is because he can totally clear my board for sure, in the sense of bouncing or bottom decking. We know that probably 6 Dawn is going straight to that Luffy, and yes, we see that red rock coming down, bottom decking that Luffy, which is actually pretty nice for me to see here, because now he only has 4 active Dawn, and I think I have like 5 to 6 cards in hand with 3 active Dawn. And that's really important to know, because obviously we run Punk Gibson when we saw it that earlier, and I also run Waterfall, so we most likely will see both of those cards coming down this turn if needed here. The question is, does Yaya play defensive or just go full aggro this turn? Now obviously Yaya can still bottom deck here or bounce the beige back to hand, which most likely he will do here, if he's going for life, of course. And actually, even if he wasn't, he would still probably put it back to my hand. And it looks like he's about to swing, and then he realizes, wait, I can actually put that back to hand. So yeah, doing that, making sure he does do that, of course. And how big of a swing are we gonna see here with this leader slash pacifista? We're gonna see a 9k swing here going into life here. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that Gibson to rest the Dofi and then throw down the Usopp for an additional 1k, and we're gonna see a 12k swing going into life here, most likely, or probably Zoro. And as you can see in my hand, I have double Apus on top of the fact that I also have Waterfall here, which is really nice. That 6k counter in my hand here. So we're gonna see a 6k swing going into that Zoro, and I'm gonna Paradise here to restand it, and we're gonna see a 12k swing into the other Zoro. And passing turn, Yaya has 0 active Dawn. He only has 4 cards in hand and one card in his life, of course. And so I am gonna do the big thing here and swing big and swing hard. 7k into life, 2 cards out of his hand or a life, and we see 2 cards coming out of his hand. And now we see 11k swing going into life, and I'm gonna do the dang thing here. And we used to the red rock actually bottom decking the Zoro, but it is unfortunately too late here, and restanding and swinging for game. Thank you guys so much for checking out the channel as well as the video. I really do appreciate it, and stay tuned because I have a ton of new OP04 content coming out soon. See ya.